Hi, my name is Josie Wakser, and this is my author discussion about W.E.B. DuBois. Early life. William Edward Burghardt DuBois was born on February 23, 1868, in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, to Alfred DuBois and Mary Burghardt. Alfred left Mary in 1870, which was 2 years after William was born. In 1885, Mary suffered from a stroke and died. Growing up, William went to integrated public schools and always had support from his white professors. When he finished high school, he moved to Nashville, Tennessee to attend Fisk University. Education. W.E.B. DuBois attended Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. He got the money to go to college because of his mentor and his high school professor, Frank Hosmer. Frank solicited scholarship aid from locals to receive all of the money. He received his bachelor's degree from Fisk University, which was one of the best Southern colleges for newly freed slaves. Here is where he got his first taste of racism. When DuBois was a junior in college, he applied to Harvard University. He got his B.A. in 1890 and graduated cum laude. From 1892 to 1894, he studied abroad at the University of Berlin. DuBois had to return to the States when his funding expired. Once he got home, he returned to Harvard, which is where he got his Ph.D. in 1895. He was the first African American to get a Ph.D. from Harvard. After Harvard, he continued as a doctoral student at Humboldt University. Famous work. W.E.B. DuBois wrote 5 novels and 22 books. His most famous works were John Brown, Black Reconstruction, The Crisis, The Philadelphia Negro, and The Souls of Black Folk. He also helped establish 4 academic journals. William met Nina Gromer when he was a teacher at Wilberforce University in Ohio. She was one of his students, and they later got married on May 12, 1896. Nina and William had 2 children together. In 1950, Nina passed away. After that, William remarried Shirley Graham in 1951. Shirley was a playwright, composer, and activist as well. Shirley already had a son from a previous relationship whose name was David. There is also word that DuBois had other sexual relationships. Later in DuBois' life, he moved to Ghana and then later passed away there. Accomplishments. William helped co-found the NAACP, which stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. This was created by a group of Black activists to help fight for African American rights. He was also the first African American to receive a Ph.D. from Harvard. W.E.B. DuBois is arguably one of the most influential figures in American civil rights history because of the NAACP and for the work that he did to advance African American rights. In one of his most famous works, he introduced the idea of double consciousness. Double consciousness is when an African American doesn't only view himself from his perspective, but also from how the white population views him as well. DuBois was also a huge activist for the rights of African Americans, as mentioned previously. And finally, he created the first case study of a Black community in the United States. Sources.